Hi there, it's John, and welcome to the channel. It is 12:58 p.m. on Monday, January 20th, with the Big Blue mug of coffee, having an early afternoon mug today, and I just watched Donald Trump and his inauguration. And the other day, just before noon hour on this channel, I made this prediction. And this is my prediction. Danielle Smith will return to Canada, return to Alberta, and say she has made a trade deal with Donald Trump on her own. None of the other 12 premiers will have anything to do with this. Justin Trudeau will have nothing to do with this. She will ensure that tariffs are not incoming from the United States of America. That is my prediction. That was a pretty bold prediction when I made it, but I had a feeling deep down in my gut that she was going to have an effect with Donald Trump and his incoming administration. She went down to Mar-a-Lago and met with Donald Trump, with Kevin O'Leary. She's been spending the last several days in Washington, a 5-day trip down there, meeting with all of the right people, shaking all the right hands, speaking to the right people about Canada. She's been talking about trade imbalances and how it's not as bad as Donald Trump thinks, and I'm sure she's had Donald Trump's ear, and I think she's had a huge effect. And Lori Goldstein tweeted this out on X not too long ago. Trump to hold on tariffs, report says, cheering markets. President-elect Donald Trump won't impose broad tariffs on day one of his presidency and instead will order reviews of trade and currency imbalances, the Wall Street Journal reported on Monday. And I have a very strong feeling that Danielle Smith was a huge part of this happening. If it wasn't for her, we may have incoming tariffs right now in Canada. Now, here's another tweet that I think is very telling. Mark Slapinski here. Danielle Smith single-handedly saved the Canadian economy while Justin Trudeau and Doug Ford continued putting fuel on the fire. Smith shook hands with Republicans and showed them the importance of a healthy Canada-USA trade relationship. Say thank you, Ms. Smith, if you agree. Well, I agree 100%. She's actually trending on X today because a lot of people feel the same way, and there's been tweet after tweet after tweet after tweet thanking her and saying how the rest of the premiers who I spoke about in one of my biggest videos, which you can still watch and I think is still worth watching, 12 traders sat with Trudeau yesterday. Danielle Smith was not one of them. She stood her ground on this issue, and she realized that talking and diplomacy was more important than yelling and screaming. Now, the other thing that this does is it sort of takes the wind out of the sails of the leadership contenders for the Liberal Party, because they've been trying to use Donald Trump and incoming, trade tariffs as a punching bag and a way to make points with voters here in Canada. So I think it certainly does that. Now, will we have tariffs in the future? It's possible, but I think we've avoided them. And I think I'm right. I made the call. Danielle Smith will make a deal for Canada. That's what I said the other day, and it was a bold prediction, and I believe I was right. Thanks very much for watching this video. I do appreciate it. If you like the channel, please give me a thumbs up. I'm approaching 6,000 subscribers right now, so you can subscribe to the channel as well, and I'll see you in the next one.